Hey guys, this is Inversify here. We've got week 4 of the CPBA against Chundermunch. If you'll remember last season, we played in week 2, 6-0'd him. It was pretty bad, so he definitely probably wants his revenge, but I also definitely need a win here to kind of get my season going on the right track. We're 1-2 right now, not where I wanted to be at this point in the season, but it is what it is. And we both have basically things that our opponents can't reasonably switch into. He has Mega Charizard Y, and I have Mega Medicham, and neither of our teams have great answers for those Pokemon. So yeah. He's going to lead off with his Electivires. I lead off with my Tapu Koko. Now, I am Scarf, so I know I'm 100% faster. I decided to go with the Scarf Koko just to catch him by surprise. And actually, that U-turn, this U-turn surprised me that it did this much, because I'm, 0 minus, negative nature in attack. And it still did 31, which was pretty crazy. So I'm just going to go into my Rotom-H as he Volt Switches. So, I'm thinking he probably knows I am Scarf Koko now, so I'll have to keep that in mind, because Scarf Electivire kind of makes sense. Now, Passimian, yeah, this thing was actually a threat. I really wanted to go Medicham there on either close combat or a rock move, because I resist both, but I was really I don't know, I was just scared because of how much work Mega Medicham puts in. I just really didn't want to risk it. And Alolan Muk really isn't that useful. I forget what I brought it for, but it was some kind of, I think it was Espeon, yeah. Espeon was really annoying to my team, stuff like Keldeo, and he didn't bring it, so Alolan Muk wasn't that useful, but obviously I probably would have been better off going Medicham, but I just didn't want to risk it since Medicham was so important, and Alolan Muk really wasn't super important. So anyways, I'm obviously going to go into my Medicham here, and I can set up a substitute as he goes into Empoleon, which I thought was weird, but I figured it probably had Protect or something. But it turns out he just wanted to go into Trevenant, try and bait out a high jump kick, but that's fine. So yeah, I'm going to Ice Punch and actually get a crit and kill this Trevenant, which is pretty unfortunate for him. I think if he didn't have any defense, which is definitely a set that I could see coming as more of a Keldeo counter, if he was that set, then it was a roll to kill, but obviously if it was physically defensive, I couldn't kill. So I don't know what set he was, but that's kind of how it would have worked out. So he's going to go into his Electivire. I figure he's probably going to Volt Switch. I predicted maybe a Landorus-T to come in, because I also thought that might be Scarfed. It just kind of made sense for the matchup. But he actually just goes into the Charizard, which I'm fine with. So here, obviously, it's going to be a speed tie. And this is a really, really important speed tie, because if I can win this, then basically he has to send out his Electivire again, Volt Switch on my Rotom-H, which isn't going to be doing much. Maybe he'll go into Empoleon or something. I can go into Kabutops. And I'm just in a great spot if I win the speed tie. If he wins the speed tie, the game isn't over for me, but it's not looking as good as it could. Definitely. So he is going to win the speed tie, which is very unfortunate. It really sucked. But it is what it is. I'm gonna U-turn, predicting the switch. Go back into my Rotom, which I know can take anything. He's just gonna Wild Charge. It's not gonna do a terrible amount, and I'm gonna overheat, get rid of his Scarf Electivire, which is really nice for the Keldeo. And he's gonna go into Passimian, and here I kind of misplay because I miscalced how much close combat would do. I didn't think it would be doing like a whole lot, and it did because I didn't put in like the attack EVs, because Passimian doesn't even have a set on the regular calculator, so you have to put in everything by yourself. So that's pretty unfortunate. But I can just go into my Tapu Koko. I know from earlier that he's banded. Just go for a Dazzling Gleam, not play around with this. But obviously that will give him a chance to go into the Mega Charizard, which is not exactly ideal. Whew. Now here I probably should have just Dazzling Gleamed again and put him in range for like Aqua Jet, because I'm pretty sure both of those things happen. But I just decided to hard switch into my Kabutops. As he makes a really good play. Goes for Tailwind, so now outspeeds all of my Mons, which really sucks, because obviously it kills everything. I'm just gonna have to Aqua Jet. It does actually a good amount, more than I was expecting, and obviously the Solar Beam's gonna take me out even through Rainbow Berry. Rainbow Berry wasn't for this, it was for other things. But I'm gonna go into my Keldeo, try and bait out like an Air Slash or a Solar Beam, just because I know I can stall out like Tailwind. So I'm gonna go into the Tapu Koko. He is gonna go for the Solar Beam. It's not going to kill. So now he has one turn of Tailwind. I'm just gonna stay in because there's no reason not to. He actually goes for Blast Burn, which was pretty interesting. But this actually gives me a chance. So he's gonna have to recharge. And Keldeo actually looks like it's going to be able to win from this position. I am like sub Calm Mind, so I'm not choice locked into anything. I mean, he would feel safe if he's choice locked, because Secret Sword's not taking out Landorus, and any kind of ice or water move isn't taking out Empoleon. But yeah, I decided to sub up just in case like a Scarf Landorus, I don't know, like crits. What's it called? The EQ or something, or something. I don't know. Or like Fly. I don't know. Even though I guess I could just sub, but I don't know. I just decided not to play it safe. He actually turns out to be a more defensive Landorus. I'm just gonna take it out with an Icy Wind, and then yeah, we're gonna take out this Empoleon with the Secret Sword, and yeah, definitely well played to Chundermunch. Not sure if Blast Burn was the greatest prep, but it didn't matter, obviously, because he wasn't Scarf Landorus. You know, it just kind of came down to a 50-50 there. And yeah. Definitely a very close game. I don't know. It would have been like a lot less close if he didn't win the speed tie, of course. But you know, that's just part of the game. And luckily I was able to pull out the win regardless. So anyways, we're going to try and build on this next week, and I'll see you guys then.